Hello, friends. Today we are solving one of Bollywood's biggest mysteries. There is someone who is at the very top. They break box office records with every film. Everyone adores them, and then one morning you wake up. They're gone, vanished into thin air. Yes, we are talking about Anushka Sharma. Has anyone seen her on the silver screen since 2018? No. So, did the daughter of the mighty Rabne Banadi Jodi really leave Bollywood, or are we missing something? Today, we will discuss the real facts behind Anushka's silent departure, the Virat Kohli effect, and actually what kind of empire has been built behind the scenes. Grab your tea or coffee. This is not gossip, career analysis begins. First, let's remember which big names hasn't this woman defeated? Making a debut with Shah Rukh Khan is not something every brave person can do. Anushka was not just a pretty face. She shook the industry with her girl next door energy. PK, Sultan, Sanju, the list is endless. So what happened that after the 2018 film Zero, a stop button was pressed? Some attribute it to the film's failure. But let's be honest. Does a giant like Anushka look like someone who would throw in the towel after just one unsuccessful film? Never. The love of Anushka Sharma and Virat Kohli is the perfect embodiment of India's definition of a power couple. Known in the gossip world as Virushka, the story of this duo is just like a modern fairy tale. On one side, Bollywood's rising star Anushka. On the other side, the fierce and talented player of the Indian national cricket team, Virat. What brought this pair together was not a film set, but a shampoo commercial shoot. By the way, a small note. Whatever football is in Turkey, cricket is exactly that in India. That is, Indians watch cricket rather than football. That's why Virat is among India's most famous footballers, meaning cricketers. Note, original says football killer, but context is cricket. Let's come to that famous moment. Virat admitted that when they first met, he was very excited, and seeing that Anushka was taller than him because she was wearing high heels, of course, he made a silly joke out of excitement. He said, "Couldn't you find even higher heels?" Anushka didn't really laugh at this cold joke, but the attraction between them started right then. For about 4 years, they dodged the press by saying, "We are just friends." However, when Virat started blowing flying kisses to Anushka from the stands during cricket matches, everything came out in the open, and the date was the 11th of December 2017. When Bollywood and the cricket world united, India's ground shook. But instead of a grand Mumbai wedding, they got married in Italy at a fairy tale boutique hotel, attended only by family and very close friends. The pale pink, floral embroidered lehenga that Anushka wore became the #1 reference for brides for years. Social media went crazy. When the wedding photos were shared, Instagram's records at that time were shattered. Anushka decided that at the most productive period of her career, she did not want to stop, but wanted to focus on something different. On the 11th of January 2021, when their first child, daughter Vamika, was born, the couple made a decision. They would keep their children away from cameras, music. Even now, we cannot see Vamika's face clearly in the media. They value privacy incredibly. And with the birth of their second child, son Akai, on the 15th of February 2024, Anushka completely withdrew from film sets. They began living a quieter life between London and Mumbai. In fact, Anushka's career did not end, it evolved. In an interview, Virat Kohli said, "If it weren't for Anushka's calmness and her outlook on life, I couldn't be the cricketer I am today," emphasizing her sacrifice and support. Anushka, on the other hand, realized at one point trying to stay at the very top of Bollywood while giving her children the time she wanted would exhaust her soul. So she chose to support her husband's multi-million-dollar cricket career and raise her children in peace. So this is not a failure, it is a conscious life choice. Anushka is actually smiling behind the backs of those who say she's finished. Because she's no longer just an actor, she's a producer. Have you watched films like Pari and Bulbul? They are wonderful. Who is behind those dark and innovative works? Yes, Anushka. So, music, actually she hasn't retired, she has simply taken the boss's chair. Now she is producing, and she has founded and manages her own handbag brand. In short, she is no longer running around on sets. She is ruling from the boss's chair. As a result, friends, Anushka Sharma teaches us this. Stepping down while at the top is not a defeat, it is a luxury. She chose to live on her own terms, raise her children, and only do the work she truly wants. Think of her like Cameron Diaz in Hollywood. Perhaps peace tasted sweeter than the spotlight. So, what do you think? Should Anushka return to Bollywood, or should she enjoy her quiet life with Virat? Let's meet in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next episode. Bye.